Hi YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So, we tried the Racing front C-hubs. I've now got the Racing rear uprights for the TT-02 SRX. And these are TATT-083BU from Racing. So, looking at them, these should be a perfect fit for the rear of the 420X. So let's bring in for a close-up look and see how we get on with these. So as always, let's have a look what we get in packet. The Racing stuff is usually packaged in a way that it won't mark each other. And indeed, exactly the same in this one. So we've got the uprights or hubs. They're not marked left and right. They have got a small hole in the bottom for a grub screw, and they do come with 2 new grub screws in the packet. So let's get them open. And these are tiny little grub screws, but let's start by taking off one of the rear wheels. I think for this one we will be needing the hexes removed, so let's get the other wheel off at the same time. So the idea for swapping these, I've never actually broken one of these rear ones. Just make sure you don't lose your pins when you take them out. But seems that I put the front ones on. I put the front C-hubs on, and it just got me thinking, I'm a bit curious, can we actually use the same TT-02 SRX for the rear uprights or rear hubs? So one thing I'm going to do is get these tiny little grub screw. Luckily I've got a small Allen key that these will fit. So the 1.5mm MIP drive does fit, but it's very tight. So first off, we're going to have to remove the top link. Don't lose our little anodized shim. And we do have a little silver shim. So we should have one on the outer. So if we take the little grub screw out, I should just be able to back it off a little. And then as we take the drive shaft off, this has got a bit of fluff on it. So we should have a shim on either side of this. They're just a little bit fiddly to get off. Then as we poke the bearing out, we get the spacer from inside. So we can put this back together in the reverse order. So we want that. We want our little spacer. We want another bearing. Then we can get us inner shim and just drop that through. Then finally we want us outer shim. Once you've got that in, you've got your drive pin. Then we can drop the hex on. And the TRF parts do feel fantastic to work with. Definitely goes to show the sort of workmanship and quality that Tamiya can come up with when they want to. So now we just need to get his drive shaft back in, which can always be a little bit fiddly. But once you get them lined up, we've then got our retaining pin. Then we want our little silver shim, and our blue anodized one. Once we got both them in place, Just carefully screw it down. So we've now got everything fastened up. We just need to make sure this last grub screw is tight, so we don't lose our retaining pin. And then we should now just be able to drop his wheels on, and hopefully we should be able to see that it's not messed up any of us suspension geometry or anything. So that is the TATT083BU racing uprights for the Tamiya TT-02 SRX, and they do fit perfectly on the TRF420x. Not surprising, because the SRX parts are basically derived from this car, but yeah, they look nice, they fit nice, and they're definitely going to be stronger. They're a perfect match for the Tamiya blue, and yeah, it just adds that little bit more bling to the TRF420x. As always, messing around with axles, you get covered in carbon grease, but it's about par for course with these things. But let's wrap this one up. So there we have it, yet more bling for the TRF420x. It is one of my favourite cars to drive. This definitely got to be high up there. I think if I can find them in stock, I'd like to try the SRX hubs, and then we've got rid of all the sort of brittle plastic parts or composite parts other than the actual suspension arms themselves. But yeah, they do fit. Nice to have a few options for something that's quite a rare car, the TRFs. And it is nice to know that you can get parts if you want to continue racing them. You've got options of other bits rather than the stock parts. As always, I'll leave a link in the description below. But thanks again for watching Wtf Rc Cars. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Share to friends and family. And catch you guys again in the next one.